and welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name is Elin and this is Elin Stitches. So if you've never been here before, I am 28 years old and I live in Sweden. So it's been a while since I last updated. I think it was maybe 3 months ago or something. So since then I have celebrated Christmas, I have taken some time off work, spending time with my family and friends, and just having a good time with them over the holidays. I have also been to the Jingle Ball, which is hosted by Elin Stitches, and that was very fun. And I have taken some time to cross stitch, and also begun working again. So yeah, it's been a lot, but fun. So in today's episode, I will speak about my new start and also a restart that I have done. Also a start and a finish, which I made at a Jingle Ball class. I have 2 finishes. Of them, 1 FFO and yeah, 1 start and finish, which I talked about like 3 seconds ago. But yeah, my brain blipped, I think. And then I will talk about my whips, which there are 2 of. And then I have some new stash, and I will also share my plans for spring. So I think we'll jump right into it. I have a new start, and this is picked up at the Jingle Ball. When you are at the Jingle Ball, you have to shop, right? So that's what I did. And one of the things that I got was the Jingle Ball exclusive by Tiny Modernist, which is Winter Forest Ornament SAL. And the SAL has dropped all its parts, but I'm not finished. Hey, I started right. So this is a project that I am doing on 32 count Swigart even weave. The fabric is called Murano 4269, vintage pink marble. I have stitched it, or I'm stitching it, with all called for DMC, 2 strands, 2/2, and I started it on the 20th of December. And I will just pick it up for you and show you where I got to. So here it is. So as you can see, I have stitched the middle ornament, and that was also the first part of the SAL. There are more ornaments with some more animals, and they're very cute and I like them a lot. But I decided that I would just finish the middle one, and then I will pick it up again when it's Christmas time this year. Because I don't want to stitch Christmas when it's spring. So maybe I can bring it a bit. I don't know if the lighting is good anymore, but here it is. So I think the fabric is really beautiful. It's marbled, and I think it's a printed fabric actually, but that doesn't do anything in my opinion. It's okay. I think it's beautiful, and also very fun to stitch this one. So I'm looking forward to stitching more ornaments around Christmas this year. Maybe get a finish, maybe not. We'll see how how my stitching world is in December this year. So this is, as I said, Winter Ornament SAL by Tiny Modernist. Winter Forest Ornament SAL is the correct name. So now I will jump on to the next project. So I mentioned that I have a restart, and this is because I started a fancy lady, which is Phoenix Queen by Bella Filipina. And when I started it, I stitched it, and then when I have stitched for a little while, I noticed that I had oriented the fabric the wrong way. So the fabric was too short, or like too small in one direction, because I had cut the fabric piece, and then I don't know why I did it, but yeah, I accidentally turned it the wrong way and started stitching, so I had to frog some stitches. When I did that, I did a rookie mistake, because why not? So I accidentally cut the fabric, which meant that the weave it wasn't whole anymore, and yeah, therefore I couldn't stitch it on the fabric piece that I originally had. So I had to order some new fabric, and I ordered in the same color that I had for the first time. And this is DMC 14 count Ada, and it's called Sandstorm. And this means that I now have a lot of DMC 14 count Ada in the color Sandstorm. But yeah, I'm stitching this with all called for DMC. And the beads in this project will also be as called for, but I may have to switch one of them because I'm missing one of them and I can't buy it anywhere in Sweden. But all the other beads I managed to get a hold of. But maybe I have to switch that bead out. But I'm not anywhere near beading in this project, so I'll have time to think about that and maybe do some switching. I don't know. I also have some Kryneck that I have switched out because I couldn't get a hold of it in Sweden. So I switched the gold Kryneck for gold DMC Diamant 3821 and the red Kryneck for DMC Diamant 321. And 2 Kryneck is as called for, which is 024 Fuchsia and 102 Vatican Gold. And I restarted this the 4th of March. And I will now show you the project because I have been talking a lot now. So I started in the middle because I usually do that. With this project I tried to do like a corner start, but I was too afraid that I had miscounted, so I didn't dare to do that. So I changed my mind and started in the middle instead, because that was easier for me. So this is a very huge piece of fabric because she will be huge. And this is where I have gotten to. So I have started stitching in the middle of her dress. And I have gotten in some colors. And it will be beautiful. And I don't think that I realized just how many beads are in this pattern, because like I can't see what you're seeing right now, but if I'm folding it, whew, okay, if I'm folding it and I am looking right over here, like the part here in the dress that is blank are all beads, and it's a lot. And it's probably just more than I realized, and I think it will be fun to test to do this, to try and do this, but I've never done it before, so I don't know. It will be a first for me, with a lot of beads. And she also has like a cape that's here, and the cape is also all beads. So yeah, I didn't, like, I knew, like, they're called fancy ladies. Of course they're fancy, but I didn't realize just how much beads were in it. And it was kind of a shock to me when I realized that when I was sitting stitching. It's like, okay, I'm gonna change symbol now. Oh, I'm looking at this symbol, but oh no, this is a bead. Okay, I'm taking the next symbol in this area. Oh, that's also a bead. The next symbol, yeah, that's also a bead. It's a lot, but yeah, it will be fun. So this was my restart of Phoenix Queen by Bella Filipina. Now we move on to finishes, right? So, firstly, I want to show you my FFO, and I just realized that I have forgotten to take it with me to the place where I'm sitting in my apartment. So I have to go get it to show you. But this is an FFO, and it's now hanging on my wall, and I love it. But I will go get it so you can see. Coming right back. Hi again, I'm back, and I have now got my FFO with me. So my FFO is Extraordinary Birds by Lola Crow. And this is a SAL. It was originally a SAL, which I'm sure you have not missed that. I started it when the SAL started, which was the 4th of April last year, 2025. And I finished it the 25th of February 2026. So I didn't finish it with the SAL, but hey, I finished it, right? So this is stitched on 16 count Aida, which I dyed myself. And it's stitched with all called for DMC. Apart from, I chose to put some gold thread in the peacock because he's a peacock. He needs to be fancy. Yeah. And also some Krynic in also the peacock's tail in the back stitching. So the gold thread was DMC light gold thread, which I got from a secondhand kit that I bought. And I don't know if DMC light gold thread exists anymore, but yeah. And the Krynic is 029 blue. And this is my finish. It's framed, so this is the back. And I hope the lights are not glaring. So this is it, you guys. It's so amazing. I love it. I love all the birds, and yeah, it's just beautiful, and the colors and everything. Since it's framed and it's glass on top of it, I'm not sure if it shows up that well with the gold in the peacock's tail, but yeah, it's really beautiful. I love it. And I also put in my initials somewhere down in the bottom. I can't really see. Yeah. So this is amazing. I love it, and it's hanging on my wall, and I'm so proud. Yeah. So now I'm going to put it away for now. And I will also show you a video that I took of the finished piece before I framed it. So I filmed like a little bit close up on the stitching, so you can see it in all its glory. So that was that. When I posted this on Instagram, I tagged Lola Crow, and she actually reposted it on her Instagram. And I fangirled. I was so happy. And since then I got lots of likes and also some new followers on Instagram, which is nice. Yeah. Amazing. So the start and the finish I have, start and finish, was a Jingle Ball class that I took. And this was a class by Jeanette Douglas Designs, and it was the class for specialty stitches. So this was done on 32 count linen in the color Latte by Witchelt Permin. And the specialty stitches, okay, so my cat is like cleaning herself right now. Okay, yeah, whatever. She's in the background here. I was a bit distracted with the paw coming up like in the air, and I saw it behind me. Whatever. The specialty stitches that are in this is Greek cross stitch, which is the border, race stitches, Bargello stitches, Hungarian stitches, maybe it was Hungarian cross stitch, I don't even know. I'm looking at my notes, but yeah. And then Algerian eyelet. And DMC colors is used for this, and also I put in some metallic thread. And I don't know what DMC colors I used, I just took some colors that I thought looked nice. Maybe I have written it down somewhere, I don't know. Hey, whatever, right? So this is my finished little ornaments with specialty stitches. And I hope that, I don't think it focuses. I don't know if it focuses. Maybe if I put it here. Yeah. So I think this is so pretty, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I can make a little pillow, or maybe finish it as an ornament for the Christmas tree. I don't know. But I think it was fun to stitch, and it was also such a good class. Like, I I don't even know. It was so nice, and yeah, I loved it. So now I'm moving on to my whips. And as I said, I have 2 whips. And the first I will show you is Under the Mistletoe by Stitch with Coffee. And I started it on the 25th of October last year, 2025. It's done on 32 count linen, the same linen that I used for the ornament, the specialty stitches class. So Latte by Witchelt Permin, with all called for DMC. Here's where I'm at. Hi. So when I was editing this video, I realized that my camera suddenly stopped filming while showing you the first whip I have. So I thought that I would record a new segment to show you the stitching for a little bit longer. So this is where I got into. So when you last saw it, I think that, now I can't see, but whatever. I think that I had just stitched like this top part. So when I was working on this, I worked my way down on this side to the bottom, and then I decided that it was time to stop stitching Christmas. So this is where I got to. So there's stitching here, and then of course here as well, and then there's 2 cats in the middle that I will change the colors of so that they match my cats. Both of which you've seen in this video. Yeah. So this is where I got to on this project. And now we'll get back to the rest of the video that I've already filmed. So my last whip is a bookmark, which is called, it was bought in a kit, and it's called Winter Villages, and it's done by a brand called Vervico. It's done on 14 count Aida, all called for DMC, as it was a kit. And this is where I'm up to. So since last time, I have not stitched a lot of this on this. Since last time, I think that I have added like the border here and then some snow here. So it's not a lot. And I don't even know if you can see the snow because like the stitching is white and the Aida is white, but yeah. I think it's beautiful, and it will be very beautiful when it's finished. And since like it's not a lot left, even though it's full coverage here, it's not a lot left. So maybe I will hold myself accountable to finishing this soon. Maybe not. Whatever. Yeah. So that was all of my projects, all of my whips and all of my finishes and everything fun. Now we're moving on to some more fun stuff, I guess, namely my new stash. So I have bought 2 kits secondhand. I like shopping secondhand. I like roaming around in the secondhand store and seeing what fun I can find. I'm just going to move my frame here with the extraordinary birds, because I had put that on top of everything that I wanted to show you, so yeah. I bought 2 kits secondhand. And they come in these packaging. And there's a Swedish cross-stitch brand that's called Atelier Margareta, which are doing like pictures, collectible pictures for every year. So they drop like a new picture for every year. And they come like in these kinds of kits. This is from 2003. And it comes with a frame, Ada, and all the stuff you need to stitch. Whoops. And okay, it's glaring, so maybe I have to put it here. So it's a little picture with a lighthouse and a seagull in the front, and I thought that was so beautiful. If I stitch this, I probably will not be like writing 2003 on it, but yeah. So that was the first one. And the second one looks the same, but oh, I had turned it the wrong way. But this is from 2001, and it's a little winter picture with a small Swedish cabin and some trees. So it comes like pre-packaged with all the colors and everything you need and a frame. Super nice. I also bought some new Ada. So the store that I'm buying from is cutting like the Ada and the fabric by hand, which means that it sometimes sells like fabric in odd sizes. So this was one of those. And this is Ada Easy Count 16 count by Swigart, and the piece, I will say this in centimeters because I can't wrap my head around inches. That's not something we do here in Sweden. We say measurements in centimeters, so that's what I'm going to do. This is a piece of fabric that is 47 by 55 centimeter. And it's, yeah, it's here. So it's quite decent chunk of fabric, I think. And it's pre-gridded, which is the easy count bit. I have never stitched on easy count, so it will be fun to test out when I decide that I will use this fabric. The next fabric I bought was also an odd size. This is 18 count Ada, 37 by 65 centimeters. So it's a bit larger piece, narrower but larger, but longer, like, okay, so, and it's just plain white, which means that I can dye it if I want to, and that's really nice. I also bought some 32 count Belfast linen in the color Vintage Grey by Swigart. And this is 50 times 70 centimeters. So an even larger piece of fabric. And this is printed, I think. And I think this is beautiful. It's so long. I'm holding it still so you can see the pattern. yeah. And the last piece of fabric I bought was for the Tiny Modernist project that I bought at the Jingle Ball. And it was 50 times 70 or by 70 centimeters. But the fabric that I have now is not that large because obviously I have cut a bit of it to have for the project. So you have already seen this, but this is the piece of fabric that I have left. So I think you can get some projects of this. Yeah. I also bought some perforated paper by Mill Hill in the color Ecru? Ecru? Yeah. So, from the Jingle Ball, I got a lot. Mostly free stuff, but I also bought some paid patterns. So, the free stuff I got was the souvenir Jingle Ball ornament, Festive Flicker by the Blue Flower, Jeanette Douglas Designs Believe ornament, Noel by Robin Pickens, House of Gingerbread by Stacy Nash, Moonlit Snowfall by Creative Whims, and also Woodsea Wreath by Tiny Modernist. That was the free stuff I got. Now on to the paid stuff I got. So I bought the Jeanette Douglas Designs class ornament from 2024 because I thought that was beautiful. And I also wanted to do some more specialty stitches. I also got Jeanette Douglas Designs Christmas pin pillows, and they're so cute. I love them. I also got the Jingle Ball Baubles book ornament collection for 2025 in PDF format. And they have so many beautiful ornaments in there. I'll see if I can like do a montage of all the ornaments that are in there, but every designer that attended the Jingle Ball or like held a class made a design for this book. I also got the Christmas Beetle, so beautiful, by Hands-On Design, and that's the last of them. So I have plenty of stuff to stitch, and that doesn't even count all the stuff I already have. Yeah, I'm sure we are all having lots of stuff to do and stitch. Right. But it's fun. So, my plans for the coming spring, I guess, is to continue stitching on Phoenix Queen. And yeah, getting some good progress on that. I will also try to finish my bookmarks because, or not the bookmarks, the bookmark. I'm not starting the other bookmark, but the bookmark I already have, I will try to finish. And then, of course, I'll have to take part in the new Lola Crow SAL, which I'm sure none of you have missed. But it's called Museum After Midnight, and the stitching starts on the 24th of April. So until the 24th of April, I will stitch on Phoenix Queen and try to finish the bookmarks. And then the SAL starts. I will focus on the SAL. Because who doesn't want to stitch prehistoric deadly creatures? I know I do. I want to stitch them, so that's what I'm going to do. I just have to decide what type of fabric I want to use, because since I am in Sweden, it's not that easy for me to get a hold of the called for fabric for the project. So maybe I will just dye some myself. Or maybe I can use this piece of fabric. Unless it's too dark. I actually think it's too dark. But yeah, I'll have to see the threads list and do a floss toss to see if everything shows up on this fabric, because if it does, I'm going to use this linen. Because then I don't have to dye some myself. Because that's fun, but it also means I have to buy even more fabric, and yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. So that was actually everything that I had to talk about today. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, please follow me on Instagram. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye.